millennial in the world, if you ask them what is a Gen Z like, they're going to do this.
You think this is discrimination against young people?
Young people nowadays have real responsibilities and financial obligations that actually a lot of you did not have when you were young.
I actually think Youngism doesn't exist. Don't.
It exists and it's ruining people's lives.
Meritocracy is the worst thing that can happen to society.
You're young, shut the hell up, do the work. This is the situation.
If you're looking for recognition, you're not gonna get it right now. But if you shut up and do your job, you will get it later in your career.
You don't know what's going on in the world clearly. I worked in a place where the younger people did all or most of the work for the older people and they got none of the credit, and it was because of their age.
What? This is so shocking to me. Young people with less experience did more work than the more experienced people and got none of the credit?
Why did you just assume it was no experience?
Less experience than the older people. And the older people took the credit. Let me tell you something about the world we live in. People with more experience hire people with less experience so they can do the bulk of the work, and then they teach them. And these people get more experience, and then they become older and hire younger ones with less experience to do the work. It's a cycle that keeps the world moving. Like Lion King.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm not saying that young people should be promoted and should be managers and
they should
CEOs.
when they have enough experience and they're doing good at their job. Of course, they should be promoted.
How do you define experience? Do you define experience by the number of years someone worked or how well someone does something?
Time is a part of it.
Because, okay, someone can get so good at something, okay, in 1 year, and another person can work for 5 years and still be shit at what they do.
There's no shortcuts.
And that would be called more experience?
No, there's no shortcuts. You Gen Z.
I'm not, no. Answer my question. You didn't answer my question.
This is what you're telling me.
It's not a shortcut.
Look, Bella, you're telling me, even if you gain the proper experience in a year, you have to go through...
Why?
You have to go through it because there are people before you that are lined up for these positions.
Oh my God, but things have to be based on merit. If the people before me are lined up...
Where is she living?
No, this is a
utopic world you're living in.
No, it doesn't. It's wrong. It's wrong. It doesn't make sense.
Why do I?
If I'm naturally, I'm not saying this about myself, okay? If someone is just naturally born smarter than someone else, and they can do things better.
Intelligence has nothing to do with it, by the way, with getting promoted.
Okay, see, this is bullshit. Because what do you mean?
You can be intelligent and have bad judgment. You can be intelligent.
No.
You can be intelligent and bad with people and networking and relationships.
I have seen people.
So intelligence has nothing to do with it.
I have seen people, okay, that are very intelligent, young people that are very intelligent.
How old are they?
Very good at networking. In their early 20s, okay? First have to, like, look, okay, maybe 20 is too young, but it's like 25, masalan, okay? They're very intelligent. They learn the job very fast. They're doing it better than most of the people that have been working in the company for 10 plus years. They network well.
They network that, by the way.
What do you mean? Everyone can see it.
No, you can't say that. This is your side of the story. Every story has two sides. If I go and ask the manager of this company that you're talking about, it'd be like, look, they did this wrong. They don't have experience there. They're bad with people.
Okay,
they're bad in
Are you ready for what I'm about to say? Are you ready for what I'm about to say?
You can't state this as a fact, is what I'm about to say.
Are you ready for what I'm about to tell you? When we would confront them, okay,
so wrong. You shouldn't do that.
Why should we? I don't understand. Why shouldn't we sit down with our managers and talk? What's the problem?
I deserve a promotion because I'm working really hard and I'm smart and I'm intelligent.
Every millennial in the world, if you ask them what is a Gen Z like, they're going to do this.
Is that the situation?
No, I'm saying if someone, regardless of their age, okay, is intelligent enough to be a certain place in their life and to earn a certain amount of money, okay, at a certain point in their life, they should get that, and they shouldn't wait in line because their age is at a certain limit. It doesn't make sense because someone that is older than them has been waiting in line, but they're not achieving as much as this person.
Let me tell you a story.
I'm not saying, I'm saying you should be rewarded based on merit.
Meritocracy, by the way, is the worst thing that can happen to society.
I'm not,
because once you start rewarding people for their merit, then who gets to decide the merit? And also people who don't have the opportunities to get the education to get the merit. What happens to those people?
You decide, okay, these are all valid arguments for sure. We'll get to them, okay? But let's answer your question. Who decides the merit? The results. As simple as that.
That's a problem. What about people who didn't have the opportunity and the education to get the merit? Right? We leave them behind.
By the way, when I say merit, I don't mean education. I mean your your ability.
Education, opportunities, whatever.
I mean your ability to do a
Sometimes
job
it's the
well.
place that you live in that provides you the opportunity.
I mean your ability to
Geography
do a
sometimes
job
is an
well. I
opportunity.
mean your ability to do a job well.
Let me tell you a story.
Someone without a college degree can do so well at a job much better than someone that has a college degree.
Okay, let me tell you
That is what I
something.
mean.
Let me tell you a story.
People
When
need to
I
be.
first started my
Hold on,
career,
just hold on.
I get it.
People need to be. No, clearly you don't. People need to be.
I get it.
You don't.
I get it.
You don't.
I get
People
it.
need to be rewarded based on what they can offer.
Look,
And
this is wrong.
what I was telling you before you cut me
Because
off
it's
is when
not
we
fair.
talk.
What they have on hand is not fair because not everybody has the equal playing field when it comes to opportunity.
People should be rewarded for how hard they're working, full stop. And I really don't understand how someone can argue that. I would love for you to argue that in a way that convinces me. I don't see how
Okay,
that works.
let me-
Number one. Number two, you said that if we go and talk to the other side of the argument, they'll be like, okay, they don't know how to do this. Fair enough. What I was trying to tell you is that even when they were confronted, okay, I wasn't the one in the situation. These are stories that I'm hearing from people in my life. When they would go and
So
talk
already
about.
the story is skewed because you heard it from one person.
No, because I've also watched it happen. I worked in the
Yeah.
same workplace. When you would go and talk to them and ask them, okay, I get it. I just want to understand why am I not being put in this position? Why am I not being moved forward a little bit? Why? They would have no answer. They'd just be like, that's just how it is. They wouldn't say, you need to work on this harder. You need to do this. We would ask them and we would tell them, tell us what we need to do better. We will do it better for the next 2-3 years so we can move forward. What is it? You're doing great. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
See, this is what pisses me off. I'm not trying to say, and if
You
any
think
Gen
this is discrimination against young people?
okay,
You think just
you know
because
that this
you're
is
young,
a thing. This is actually a
you
thing.
think you're young? Don't
This is
don't.
actually a thing.
don't.
Okay, you are not someone to say that it's not because there's literally research. Okay, Youngism stems from the perception that today's young do not live up to the standards set by previous generations at the same age. Research suggests that this perception is an illusion that has misled people for centuries, with documented examples stretching all the way back to ancient Greece. In modern times, so this what they're saying here basically is that baby boomers complain about millennials and Gen Z being
Yeah,
lazy,
that was the point I was
entitled
gonna
and
make
naive
as
and
well.
stuff. Although when they were young themselves, they were also
Discriminated against.
stereotyped
Yeah,
and stuff like
yeah.
that. Okay, which is fair enough. But the thing is, people think that they can't be accused of being prejudiced against the young since they have been young themselves. Like, oh, we went through this, so no, we're not actually doing anything wrong. Like, it doesn't make sense, Hadi.
I don't think there's right and wrong here. I think this is rite of passage. And I think this is actually a good thing for young people. It makes you tougher, builds character. And that right now that you're like, I want to move up the ladder. Why aren't you moving up the ladder? And your boss is like, well, there's no reason right now. Sometimes you just have to wait. This is the way the
I'm
world
not
works.
gonna lie.
You know why?
did-
Let me please finish my point. You know why? There are people in line. There are certain positions, limited positions to be filled. And there's probably someone who just is a bit older than you with a little bit more experience. And the company has to look at it that way. They have to look at it that way. Some young people are exceptional and they move up the ladder faster. Most of the time, you have to go through the ranks. Let me tell you a story. When I first started my career in the insurance industry, I was working with a manager. He was managing me. I was doing the bulk of the work. He was throwing everything at me, everything. I was building networks. I was really like motivated and excited and stuff like that. And I wanted recognition, right? And he wouldn't give me the recognition. Every time I close a big account and I make a lot of money, he goes and he takes the credit to our higher manager, to our director. One day I was so pissed. I went into her office, and I love this woman, by the way. Rana, if you're watching this, please watch this. Rana, love you, Mom. I went into her office. I'm like, I'm doing this. He's not giving me credit. He's taking it. I'm working till 8 p.m. I'm coming on the weekends. Blah 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 blah. She's like, Are you done? I said, Yeah. It's like, What do you want from me? I stood there for like a couple of minutes. Like, what do I want? Like, Anjad, what do I want? I just wanted to rant. She's like, What do you want? It's like, You're here to work. He's not here to. I said his name. He is not here to work your job. You're here to work your job. You're supposed to work 10 hours a day, 11 hours a day. He's not supposed to do that. He did that before. Right now, he's managing people who work 10 hours a day. And if you're looking for recognition, you're not going to get it right now. But if you shut up and do your job, you will get it later in your career.
على فكرة أنا I don't disagree
And I
with
laughed.
you.
And I'm like, she's 100% right.
I don't-
And it helped me build my relationship with my manager
I don't
as well.
I don't disagree with you, okay?
Yeah.
I did build thick skin at that workplace. So did all of my
So,
young
There are positive
colleagues
things
as
to
well.
gain from that as well.
Yes, for sure.
From older people underestimating you.
Yes, for sure. But we also live in real life. And I hope you know that young people nowadays have real responsibilities and financial obligations that actually a lot of you did not have when you were young. So when we are being underpaid, okay, like I know
I was
at
also underpaid.
least
You were
5 Gen
underpaid.
Zs that are responsible for entire families right now. If I'm just because I'm young or whatever and I have to wait, I'm being underpaid even though I'm clearly doing the work. I'm saying you spend 6, 7 years in a place without a single promotion or a raise because
Okay,
of your
this is like a
age.
different topic. This is
No,
like a
it's not a
toxic,
different topic.
toxic
This is
environment in
no,
a
this is
most
youngism. This is
most
youngism.
companies will not keep an employee for 7 years without promotion
Then
or a raise.
Hadi, I
Come
don't
on,
know what kind of
come on.
experience you've had,
I
but
don't know
they
any company
exist.
that doesn't give raises
Okay,
after
that's
7 years.
you. That's you.
No,
But
no,
I
like
can literally call up 5
there's
people right now that can tell you that they've been
they
at a
work in the
company
same
like that.
company. So, I mean, maybe like there are exceptions. These are toxic
Hadi,
companies,
Hadi,
but this is not the standard. You
Hadi,
know,
the people that work at this one company, okay, are gonna go off and work in other companies and also make the same decisions in other companies. It's not about where the company is. Okay,
I'm saying
let's just be logical.
it's.
It's not about that. It's about the fact that this exists in the first
I'm
place.
saying this
This
is
is
not
my
the standard
situation.
where like companies
Okay,
don't give you promotions for
then
7 years.
okay.
Most people will leave after the fourth year. This is not a general rule, you know. This is a situation, and
It doesn't matter
we can't
if this is a
take it
general
as the
rule.
rule.
It doesn't matter if if this is a general rule. It exists and it's ruining people's lives and it's making them start their lives late, their careers late.
Okay, I actually think youngism doesn't exist, and I think the problem is experience. You can be 20. Listen to me, please. It doesn't exist in the sense that you're young, you get discriminated against. I think you can be 28, 29, and still suffer from what you call youngism if you're new to a career and you're still climbing on step one of the ladder. You will be treated that way. I don't think it's a specific problem against young people. I think it's a specific problem, if you want, towards people with less experience. The less experience you have, the
But that's
more
not what I'm saying.
work they're going to put on you, and the
But that
harder it is for you to climb.
cool.
The
I
longer
love
it's
that
going
you
to
said
take.
that because that
But
is
then age is not a problem in that sense.
that's literally not what I'm saying.
If you're a CEO, you're a first-time CEO running a big company, shareholders are going to be skeptical towards you
You're missing the entire
because
point.
it's your first time
You're
doing it.
missing
You
the
don't have
entire
experience.
point. You're missing the entire point. The topic we're discussing here is rewarding people based on their experience and not their age. I literally agree with you. And what makes me so upset is that I actually agree with you.
Yeah,
And I
so
do believe what you're
when you
saying
said
makes
young
sense.
people are being discriminated
Yeah,
against,
first of
you're
all,
explaining that youngism is a problem.
it
It's called youngism.
it is a problem because it exists and you cannot say that it doesn't. You
I'm
are not a
saying-
scholar, you are not
I'm
a
saying-
researcher,
I'm
you
saying
don't know what's going on in the world
I
clearly.
think it shouldn't be called youngism. It's about experience. It's not
Okay,
about age.
I respect your
Youngism
opinion.
makes it about age. I think it's about experience.
Okay, I respect your opinion. However, I am literally telling you that I do believe that you have to have experience. How the hell do you measure experience? By the number of years or by how good someone is at their
A
job?
lot of ways.
No, answer my question.
Years, judgment, networking, ability to move a job forward, people skills. There are so many ways to measure experience, not just time. To
Okay.
your point, which
So-
I agree
so-
with.
so-
You can have 1 year experience and move up the ladder faster. You can have 10 years and move slower. So I'm saying it's not about you're young, shut up and do the work. You're not moving forward right now. It's not that way.
But what I'm telling you is that this is what is happening. This is the situation.
Yeah, I'm
You're
saying-
young, shut the hell up, do the work. This is the situation.
Based on what I've seen from my experience, it's not necessarily like that. It's not like you're young. It's like you have no experience. So just
Okay,
do,
so
get
that
the
wasn't. I'm
experience.
not talking about that. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about places where you have no experience, so shut the up and do the work. Because if that's the case, shut the up and do
most
the work.
places are like
yeah,
that. Most
not,
places are like that.
Not
But
most
the
places.
thing is, being young and inexperienced almost always come hand in hand. You know.
I don't know what you're disagreeing with because I'm literally
not- I'm
telling
just-
you. I'm literally telling you, if you have enough experience, you should be rewarded for it, regardless of your age. And you're like, if you're young, you don't have enough experience. Okay, like I don't understand how that works. Like, مش فاهمة. We're saying the same thing. If someone has enough experience to be in a certain position, should they be in it or not? Just yes or no.
If they have experience, yes, they should be promoted.
Okay,
يا جماعة.
that's it.
بس-
That is literally
بس-
all I
بس
want to know.
the-
That
the
is
thing
literally
is-
it.
the thing is-
that is literally
the
it.
thing is,
If
it
you
will
have
not
a
happen, though.
genius, if you have a genius person, okay, I'm not a genius person.
طب
Okay,
why are we going to the extremes?
No,
you know?
I'm not
Like
going
a
to the
genius
extremes.
person. Like,
Okay, if you have a very intelligent person that can do the work, all the work, okay, of a certain position at 25, okay, if you put them in this position, they will excel. They will make your company excel. Are you going to put them in it, or is their age going to be a problem? Yes or no?
it depends on the company.
Uh,
أنا
yeah,
personally,
أنت.
I don't care.
Okay,
But
خلاص,
it
that's
depends.
it. That's what I'm trying to achieve.
But what I'm telling you is, in the world out there, in the wild, most probably he will be kept a couple of years in a in a certain place until he gets old.
And we
He will
should
be.
encourage
He will be.
managers to
And
not do that, because you don't know what you could be missing if you actually put the right people in
but
the
if I
right
want to
place.
put myself in the manager's shoes as well, he's like, okay, well, Noor is doing great. She's 25, but I have Ala. He's 28, and he's been here 3 years. I have to move him up now. He's also good.
That's
Noor,
great. Move
Noor
him up,
is great,
but also
but
move her
I
up.
can't move both because I don't have the budget for
See,
both.
how is that
This
fair?
is what happens, Noor. This is what happens. Like, he's been here for 3 years. He deserves a raise. Noor is great. She's moving faster than Ala. Probably next year, definitely she will get that promotion. But right now, Ala deserves it more. He's been here longer. He's put in the work,
Okay.
and he was.
See, you're saying something that makes sense. If he
what I'm
deserves it
saying,
more, he gets it.
No, he doesn't deserve it. I'm saying you are a star, right? But Ala has been there longer. He has more experience. The company would be like, I want to retain both of them. Noor probably has more patience right now. She's 25. She probably has more patience with us. Ala probably doesn't. If I don't give him a raise right now, he's been asking for it for years. He's probably gonna leave, and I want to retain both. And I only have budget to it. This is how it happens in companies. We
But
see it as Youngism.
no,
But companies
this is
are like,
not
we have to
Youngism.
do this or that.
No, this is not Youngism.
So they move Ala up the ladder.
This is not Youngism. I actually agree with this. When do I start disagreeing with it? When it lasts longer than it should. When it reaches a point where it's 6, 7 years later, and now young people are actually
should
leaving
leave.
your
Yeah,
company,
they should
which
leave.
is what happened.
should leave.
There's no young people in
In
the
that
company now.
situation that you mentioned, of course they should
This
leave.
is what I'm
6,
trying to
7 years.
say.
Yeah, but I don't want to generalize and say Youngism is a problem in the workplace because of this company.
Let's agree to disagree, okay?
Agreed.
Because I think we're both very passionate about this, but I genuinely don't understand why it's so hard to just accept the concept of rewarding people based on their experience and what they can offer, because some people, not all, but some people can offer a lot regardless of their age.
Look, I'm not against that. I think what no one told you in this case is that it's not how the world works, unfortunately. This is something you have to go through. And I feel that at the end of the tunnel, you'll come out stronger. Even if you're not rewarded for your experience right now in your 30s, it's definitely you're gonna reap the benefits. Trust me, trust me. This experience right now, this feeling of I deserve more, I should be getting more, I want to build this. Great. If you're amazing and you get it right now, good for you. If you don't get it right now, it's okay. It's going to make you more thicker skinned, more ambitious, more confident, and you're not going to let opportunities slip from your hands in
By
your
the
30s.
way, to be clear, I don't feel this way right now. But I have a previous version of myself felt that before years ago.
Yeah.
And when I felt that way and I acted on it and I decided, no, like I want to get more, I did, and I didn't get anything that I don't deserve. Like I feel like I'm happy now.
Eventually
where I
you'll
am.
get what you deserve.
Eventually you do.
I remember, like, now you're reminding me of this. I used to come home when I was with this manager and he was bothering me. I used to tell my parents, and my parents would be very calm. Like, it's okay, Habib. Like, they understand that you're just starting your career. You're gonna go through these things. And now when my baby cousin, like, she's in her 20s now, and she tells me about her job, and my reaction is also very calm and collected. And I'm like, why am I like that? Because I've been there and I know that you're gonna get your flowers. You're gonna get them in time. كل شيء بوقته حلو. In your 20s, it's not the time for this major recognition and moving up the ladder fast. Sometimes that can be detrimental for you as well. You peak too early.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think, like, in the 20s, work your ass off, work hard, stay long hours, get tired, go out with your friends, bitch about your boss. In your 30s, you're going to get paid for it.
Or maybe don't bitch about your boss because you're going to watch this episode. Okay, guys, I think you know by now that this is a podcast worth subscribing to.
Yeah, we're gonna fight a lot more on more episodes as well. We're argue, we don't fight. I mean, we leave everything here on the table.
100%.
You're one of my favorite people, by the way. I feel like I can talk about these things with you. Most people, I don't feel like I can.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Pour my heart out and end it and still feel like
stop,
we're
you're
still
just being
good
a little
friends
too
as
cheesy
well.
now.
Anyway,
Just
subscribe,
kidding.
follow. We're on all listening platforms. We started a new page just for No One Told Me by Moniify.
Yes.
Listen to us on your way to work. It would really help get this show out to more people, and we really want to make it work. We have a lot to say and a lot of exciting things prepared for you guys in the next ones as well.
See you in the next one.
See you.